How would you translate this Japanese sentence?
私がお父さんに会ったとき、本当にそんなこと言えるのかな？
This is Japanese in 5. I'm George Trombley, and you're on the Japanese from Zero channel. Today, we're going to be looking at this particular sentence right here. Let's listen to it one more time before we break it down.
私がお父さんに会ったとき、本当にそんなこと言えるのかな？
Now, this comes from the show Midnight Diner. Let's listen to the original.
私がお父さんに会ったとき、本当にそんなこと言えるのかな？
So dramatic. Let's listen one more time.
私がお父さんに会ったとき、本当にそんなこと言えるのかな？
I don't know why it's so funny to me right now. It is, though. All right, so let's go ahead and break it down. Let me move through this. Before we do that, check this out. There's now 11 Japanese courses on FromZero.com. I've been adding lessons for every video. Matter of fact, the video that you're watching right now, it's also now on the website. And everything that I talk about in this video is documented plus more in the Japanese in 5 video lesson. So you can go ahead and look at that if you have a membership on From Zero. And if you don't have a membership, I'll show you a little bit at the end of this video what you're missing. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the breakdown. So first, let's look at the toki part of the equation here. Toki means when. This is like when I do something. For example,
食べるとき、
when I eat, or when they eat, or when he eats. Again, remember that Japanese verbs are neutral. They are pronoun neutral. Depending on the topic, depending on what we're doing, that can mean when he eats, when I eat, when they eat, okay? All of those things.
食べるとき、
All right, let's look at an example sentence.
食べるとき、いつも TikTok を見ます。食べるとき、いつも TikTok を見ます。
This is absolutely me. I watch TikTok always when I eat. When I eat, I always watch TikTok.
食べたいとき、
When I want to eat, we're just going to use I for everyone.
食べたいときにお腹が鳴ります。
When I want to eat, my stomach growls. All right?
食べているとき、
Tabete iru toki could also be tabeteru toki. They get rid of this E quite often in speaking.
食べているとき、
When I'm eating.
食べているときが一番幸せです。
I'm most happy when I'm eating. Isn't that all of us?
食べたとき、
Past tense plus toki means when I ate. I think you can see how it works. I don't know what was happening with my English there.
これは彼女と食べたときの写真です。
これは彼女と食べた時の写真です。A little bit more complicated than the prior sentences. We're talking about a specific photograph. What photograph are we talking about? This is a photograph of when I ate with my girlfriend or when I ate with her, depending on the context.
これは彼女と食べたときの写真です。
All right, now let's look at what the hontoni is doing here. Hontoni means really. Honto, we know, we might have heard before, it means for real, authentic, true. It means all of those things. And when you add a ni to it, it becomes an adverb. So it means really something.
日本語の勉強は本当に楽しいです。
Japanese study is really enjoyable. Here we are modifying enjoyable to say really. We're giving a degree. How enjoyable is it? It's really enjoyable. But that's not only what hontoni can do. It can do more than that. Let's just add a con, make it a question.
日本語の勉強は本当に楽しいですか？
Now we're saying, is Japanese study really? Is it actually interesting? We're not asking now, is it very interesting like that or very fun? We're saying, is it actually enjoyable?
日本語の勉強は本当に楽しいですか？
All right.
本当は嘘ついてるでしょ？
Now I just wanted to show you it doesn't always have to have ni after it. Here we are not using it as an adverb. We're just using it as, hey, the truth is you're lying, right?
本当は嘘ついてるでしょ？
You're actually lying, right?
本当の気持ちを教えてください。本当の気持ちを教えてください。
Please tell me your true feelings. All right, now let's look at the sonnakoto.
そんなことないです。
Sonnakoto means such things.
そんなことないです。
And normally when you use sonnakoto, there's prior context that we understand. We don't know what that is in these sentences. All we know is sonnakoto nai desu means that's not the case. It's not such a thing. That's not what happened.
そんなことないです。
That's like, you said you hate me. そんなことないです. That is not the case.
そんなことしたら、罰が当たるよ。そんなことしたら、罰が当たるよ。
If you do such things, a bad omen will come your way. What goes around comes around.
そんなことを言わないでください。そんなことを言わないでください。
Please don't say such things. They hurt. Now, we can also take the sonna and make it into a konna to make it a more localized event.
なんでこんなことになったの？
A man is having so much trouble in his life. So many things keep happening, and he says,
なんでこんなことになったの？
How did it become like this? How did it become this way? All right. And now the final one. We're going a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but that's okay. This is no kana or just kana, and it means I wonder if blah, blah, blah. Okay? I wonder if something, something, something.
今日は月曜日かな？
Kyou wa getsuyobi kana means I wonder if it's Monday. Now, I want you to know that we could have kyou wa getsuyobi nano kana. Okay, there is nano or no kana depending. If we have a noun or a na adjective, it is nano kana. But that is not required, it's optional. So it could be just
今日は月曜日かな？
or kyou wa getsuyobi nano kana.
マリちゃんは無事に着いたのかな？マリちゃんは無事に着いたのかな？
I wonder if Mari arrived safely. Mari-chan is my daughter.
こんな時間に誰が来てるのかな？こんな時間に誰が来てるのかな？
I wonder who's coming at this time. Literally, when you say kiteru, it means here. Who's here? I wonder who's here at this time. And I put in the girl version, the female version, kashira. It is not exclusively that anymore. I think in the past it might have been. Right now, when you use kashira instead of kana, it's more of a female sound or a feminine sound. It can be used by gay men or women that are trying to sound female.
明日は雨が降るかしら。
It's not used by straight men typically to say kashira unless they're trying to act effeminate.
明日は雨が降るかしら。
I wonder if it's going to rain tomorrow. Now let's break down that sentence and talk about the most important part of what this video is teaching.
私がお父さんに会ったとき、
This is the important part. 私がお父さんに会ったとき. When I meet my father. Now this verb, 会う to meet, is in past tense. It must be in past tense for this sentence because the thing that comes after it needs to happen after they've met. That's why it's 会ったとき and not 会うとき. If we say 会うとき, it means like when we meet. I could say something that we always do when we meet. That's fine. 会うとき、いつもゲームをします. When we meet, we always play games. That's fine. But if there's something that I'm going to do after we meet, it must be 会ったとき. And what does she do? What is she wondering about after they meet?
本当にそんなこと言えるのかな？
I wonder if I can say such things really. I wonder if I really can say such things. Now, I'm going to give you the full sentence and then I'm going to explain a little bit of the context.
私がお父さんに会ったとき、本当にそんなこと言えるのかな？
When I meet my father, I wonder if I can really say those things to him. What she's talking about, if you watch the full video, the context right before this is she is an actress and she has a scene where she says to her father, who abandoned her when she was a child, that she doesn't hold anything against him and she's actually thankful for some reason that he wasn't there. Then in a reflective moment when she's at this diner, she says to the owner of the diner, I wonder when I meet my father if I can really say such things, because her father also abandoned her when she was a child. Definitely watch that episode. It's a very great show. All right. Remember, you can get the books, but I did promise to show you one thing really cool. Here it is. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let me show you this. This is the hardback version of the book. Check this out. It's big. It's huge. It's bigger than the normal size books. See the normal size books, right? So it's actually bigger, and it's a freaking hardback. This is my not for resale test version, but I just approved it at the printers. It's not available exactly yet, but in the next few days or the next week, it should be available, at least on Amazon. All right, now let's go ahead and do one more thing. You can leave if you've already done the lesson and that's all you wanted to see. But now I'm going to show you our new Japanese in 5 course. This is the Japanese in 5 course. Here are the first 3 lessons. This is the video from the other day. 2600円するパフェ. We can look at the lesson itself. We can go listen to the original sentence here.
給食中なの2600円するパフェを食べてしまった。
We can look at the original tweet. We can go through words list where we have the original target sentence and then the words that are used in that target sentence are here.
給食、円、パフェ、食べる、する。
Okay. We have the words in all of the examples that I used, and there's more examples that are here that weren't actually in the actual video. And I've split them up between the type of words like nouns, adjectives, verbs, and there's a lot of verbs to go through. And then the concepts are laid out, okay? So we have, again, the full sentence, and then we talk about everything I talked about in the video. What do you do with this chew thing? If you remember that video, okay? Now, if we go back and look at today's video, okay, the video lesson isn't there while I'm making this because this is the video right now. I haven't put it in there, but it will be in this spot right here, okay? And I linked to the Midnight Diner if you want to look at it on Netflix. And then we can go look at the original.
私がお父さんに会った時、本当にそんなこと言えるのかな?
We can go to the words lists. We can look at everything in the examples, all the verbs. And then we can look at all of the concepts that were discussed and even more than what we just did. There's actually more here. A little bit more detail because I have the time to lay it out. Although today is a very long lesson, I normally don't like to take this much time. And then the coolest part is that I added a quiz to the end of this. How would you say, please don't talk when you eat?
食べたとき、喋らないでください。食べるとき、喋らないでください。喋るとき、食べないでください。喋ったとき、食べないでください。
Very difficult. Go check out the quiz, guys. You're going to really enjoy it. This is for anyone that has an account, a subscription to From Zero. Check it out. There's more coming. We've got Hitokoto. I've got 1 lesson up from Hitokoto. Actually, I've got 2 lessons up from Hitokoto where I go through the video lesson. Thumbnail's not working, but this is that video. And we go through usage of that. We show how it works. We have related concepts. Every one of the videos, quiz coming soon, but not there yet, but it will be. They're all going to be in here. How cool is that, guys? So all of these, the video series that I'm planning on putting up are the Asuka Teachers, the Topics Manias, Japanese Dailies, Hitokotos, and Japanese in 5s. You have access to that. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.